Hello guys, it's Joey. So this video is going to be a thank you video, a love mail video to J and Constance. And I was going to do a different video first and then an amazing box arrived for me. And I was like, well, we're already set up, so I might as well be on camera. And I have everything around me, and it'd probably actually be a bit easier because of some of the amazing things that they sent. So I knew they were sending me a couple of bits, but goodness. Right, so all of the bark they sent, and they sent a lot, they sent me half a tree, is redwood. So this is some of the, this is some of the dried branches. And there is another bag full of bark. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing. I was just looking like into it and just, oh, it's incredible. And then there's more tree. The thicker sort of tree pieces, and they were all or mostly naturally fallen, and they left gifts for the tree in thanks. And then this piece and this piece here are very wand scented. I think that's all the redwood. Is that all the redwood? Yes. So I'm gonna just talk to you a little bit about redwood. It's not in either of the herbal compendiums, so I looked it up online through thegoddesstree.com. There you go. So it is sacred to Jupiter, fire, and its symbolism is balance. It's often dedicated to the Norse god Thor and the stag god Orion, or the archetypal hunter, so Coronanos, most likely in Celtic tradition. Also heaven and earth. Drawing down power from heaven to earth, spells of religious seeking and discipline, spells of mystical union with nature and wild animals, hunting magic, the martial arts as spiritual discipline, and spells for innovation and revelation. Excellent for wands, which is what this one is for. When an old redwood dies or is cut down, a new one sprouts from its roots. The roots never die. That's really interesting. So it has a rebirth element to it, a rebirth aspect to it as well in terms of magical properties. The wood, I mean, I absolutely love getting herbs and crystals in the post. It's my favourite. I love it. So this is really a treat for me. I mean, it has such an amazing energy. This one's quite snake-like. It's quite Kundalini-esque. It feels, you can feel the power moving up through the wood without any prompting. It's an incredible conduit of magical energy all by itself. All the items had a really beautiful energy attached to them anyway. Just spiritual and beautiful, and it's just so lovely. And I get that feeling of awakening from it, very much so. And obviously I don't have access to redwood of any kind here, so this is completely unique for me. This is all I own of this. This is amazing. This is incredible. This is going to be a right little conduit wand. I can feel it. I've got my energy going through it. It's making me shiver. Whoa, in a good way. So I wanted to show you all whole, all the branches whole and the bark whole and everything before I attempt to store it. This is staying as is. This is definitely a one piece. They sent me it for a number of reasons. One of the reasons being crafting, and I may craft some bits out of some of the other bits. This is staying as is and possibly decorating it, but this is staying as is with me. It's wonderful. It's just going to sit here had to laugh at their note saying if you want to throw things in the sea and get rid of them, you can. I was like, no, these are amazing. So I'm not going to take these too far out the bag because some did fall out, but these, you can hear them doing it. These are Californian poppies seeds. I'm just going to put them back in their bag because, yeah, they have come loose, but they are, I've caught them all. I've got all of those in there. I'm going to just pop them down rather than hold them up to camera for too much longer. And where is everything else? Right. Oh, poppy seeds. How did you get out? I was so careful. Get back in. There you go. 2 escaped. Escapee poppies. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the poppy seeds yet. It may be in spell magic rather than like planting them. I don't think it's a good idea to mix breeds of poppy. It's not technically my land anyway, and we do have poppies outside, so the next bits are all little fun bits which are really cool. They sent me like it's a little skeleton, and there is a shield which is very Morrigan-esque, or kind of Arthurian, but also very, and a sword, and then a little crow or a raven. They are Playmobil, I think he said, but I'm going to go sort of mix and be a traitor and put them on my Lego stuff. The raven crow especially, I love him. Halloween decoration, which is awesome. And then a little fox and a little wolf. Are they amazing? I'm not sure where I'm going to put these yet, probably downstairs somewhere. They're awesome. I love them, they're really great. So, and then I think it's mostly crystals. And I'm going to show you the last thing last because I squeed like out loud when I saw the last thing. Okay, so this is beautiful. Right, so the tiny dark stone chips are garnet. Either from the Paihasapa, the Black Hills of South Dakota, sacred to the Lakota Native people. And the green bits are from a bracelet from Yucatan, Mexico. I think they are malachite. So, interestingly enough, there is a very... There goes my chair. Excuse me. We've been having all sorts of weird spirit activity all day. It's been interesting. There is a very Native American feel to everything that is present and was sent. And I'm getting like cold shivers as I say that, so I'm on point with spirit. There is definitely this very Native American vibe going through everything they sent, and it's a energy which I'm not unfamiliar with but don't engage with, so I can recognize it, and I get that vibration, that feeling, that flurry of images before my eyes of like a chieftain in particular. It's very strong and regal and powerful and spiritual. It's incredibly beautiful. There's something definitely weaving through the land in terms of spirituality with all of these amazing beautiful things they sent. So I don't think you're gonna know, because I've chosen to do this on camera. Can you get it? No? Focus? No? Anyway, I'm pretty sure you're right, the tiny bits do look like garnet, which absolutely excites me in degrees that you can't even know, because I will basically put them all in a little spell vial and wear them, because I love garnet. So I'm pretty sure you're right about the bigger bits being malachite as well, which is wonderful. Pop you there. And then there is an Obsidian Arrowhead. So I picked this up and the energies is beautiful. So oh gosh, just look how beautiful that is. I already have 3 of these on my Morrigan altar. I am an absolute fan of Obsidian Arrowheads. I love them. In terms of magic working, they are the business. They are wonderful for directing energy, cutting energy, like swiping energy, all that good stuff. It's just beautiful, and this is such, I love this. It has a translucent quality, like a scry. It's much more of a scryer arrow than my others, which are all sort of more filled in, more dark. But this has this half and half, like this half here is quite see-through, and then this half here is not, so that's going to make some interesting balancing work with that particular Obsidian Arrowhead. I love it. And then the fossilized shark tooth from Hawaii. So this is another another fossilized shark tooth. I do really enjoy working with the fossilized teeth. I have my megalodon tooth, and I have a couple more fossilized shark teeth. So this one coming from Hawaii is wonderful. Somewhere different in the world. It's great. So I use fossilized teeth like this for defense. You can use these two in combination for defense, in fact. You know, creating barriers, creating teeth to your spell work and your home and your protection work, so that if anyone attempts to put their hand into your spiritual space, they're going to get bitten, basically. And then there was a tiny little tiger's eye that escaped through, I'm not sure where it was originally. It wasn't in with the crystals, but it was in there. So there's a few more tiger's eye. I won't talk about tiger's eye at length because we're going to get some more tiger's eye out in a minute. Right, so I popped all these back in. Oh! They're magnetic, right, hang on. Magnetic hematite. So there's a hematite orb and a hematite tumble. Sorry, this sort of thing amuses me no end. Like, God, I'm such a child. Right, hematite is good for the blood. I bought my sister quite a bit of hematite when she was having troubles with her iron in her blood, which is a family thing. So hematite is good for that, and it's. Some people use it for grounding, like some people call it, you know, their grounding stone of choice, and I fully understand that. However, I don't ground with hematite. Oh look, you can spin it and it's not falling. I told you, I'm a child. Right, so some people ground with hematite, and it's known in like crystal circles as being a stone for grounding. Me, I don't think so. I mean, look at this. This is attraction magic right here. It's just like. I ground with tourmaline, I don't ground with hematite. It has... How would I describe my working with hematite? Okay, so it's like a cleanser of the blood, right? So I would probably use it for like removing karmic debt, or removing bad blood between people, or the bad blood in your family lines, and removing that sort of thing. A purification in terms of ties to other people. That's how I would use hematite, personally. That's just my personal preference and things, so I know that it gets used for grounding, but there you go. And then the next piece is a beautiful piece of bloodstone. So bloodstone is a Morrigan crystal, at least I think so. It's highly protective. I haven't actually brought my books over here to just double check I'm not forgetting anything, because I will forget things. I may just look it up while I'm talking. Obviously, again, it's another crystal which gets used for blood work, like in terms of healing magic. Come on, give me bloodstone. Crystal vaults, in case anybody wants to know where the information is coming from. Uses to protection against threat, protection against verbal and physical bullying, and for guidance to when to withdraw and when to have the courage to confront when needed. mental clarity, decision making, mental boosting, motivational, and it can help revitalize the body if you are exhausted, as well as the mind. So there you go, that's bloodstone. It's highly protective. Very, very protective. Woo! And there's a few different pieces of tiger's eye in here. Oop, come on. Right. Okay, so that's tiger's eye, that's tiger's eye, that's tiger's eye. Tissue. Tissue. And tissue. Just moving the... They were all wrapped in tissue just to make sure they came safe. It was lovely. Ooh. Well, they were safe until they got near me, honestly. Clumsy as. Right, they're all out now. So, okay. So there are 6 pieces of tiger's eye. There are 3 red. So this is the first one, and this is probably my favourite out of all of the tiger's eye. It's kind of kidney bean shaped. It's a really beautiful palm-sized stone. This one looks like it's actually intermingled with a jasper or something, because from this side it's I'm trying to... No, the light is absolutely terrible. Oh my goodness. So from this side it looks like a tiger's eye, and then from that side it looks more like a Picasso jasper or similar, more veiny. So I'm not sure about that half and half one. And then this again is your red tiger's eye. Red is quite masculine in terms of a tiger's eye. I consider tiger's eye to be the shield. It's quite courageous, quite warrior-esque in its energies. Let's have a check online while I'm again, crystal meanings, come on. What? Associated with the base chakra, vitality, vibrance, grounding. Practicality, willpower, helping one to take care of oneself. And associated with the root chakra. Golden tiger's eye, which there were also 3 of. One, tiger's eye, and tiger's eye. Is a stone of protection, grounding, stabilizing, integrity, willpower, self-confidence, practicality, and the correct use of power. Also a stone that enhances good luck, brings prosperity and money. Money, 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 money! Right, so this one does have a little bit more of a wealth aspect, whereas this one is probably a little bit more vitality based, sexuality based, all your root chakra work. I think of tiger's eye as being very, very masculine nearly all the time. It just feels very masculine to me. There is a definite warrior energy to tiger's eye, particularly the red. The red is very much like the shield across oneself. It's protective and shielding, I guess. But you know what I mean. Shield, 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 shield. I think this one is its palm symbol. I think it's zebra agate. I think. You have to let me know if it's something else. I'm pretty sure it's zebra agate. And I'm not going to read the meanings in case it's not zebra agate. And then I'm pretty sure this one is actually an ametrine, because I thought it was amethyst, but it actually has the gold flecks through, which makes me think it's an ametrine, which is the combination of citrine and amethyst. And it's a visual clarity stone when it's ametrine. It's very much about revitalising the third eye, revitalising your psychic senses, and clearing your mind, and helping you to focus and things of that nature. It's a good balance of masculine and feminine energies as well. And the last crystal, was a sodalite, and sodalite is a water-based crystal, heart-based healing, intuition, psychic journeying and things of that nature again. So they're wonderful. I love them. Crystal goodness. And I think we are now on to the very last thing, which I called out loud when I saw it. Are you ready? It's the crow on the skull from Michael's. Hello. So I was super jealous of everyone in America because I really, really loved this, and I was like, there's no way, I can't get one because they only have them in America, and now I have one. I love him. I love him so much. He will be out all year round. I'm not quite sure where yet, but he will definitely be out all year round. I love him. I love skull imagery. I'm getting quite gothic in my old age. And the raven. So if anyone's wondering, like, the skull has prominent imagery within the Morrigan energy because she collects skulls to move the souls of the dead onto the other world. So that's her connection. It's not actually as scary as some people are afraid of. It's more to do with moving souls on to the next life. And I love him. I love him. He's so good. Look. So he will be with me all day. It's just great. So huge thank you to J and Constance. It was way more stuff than I was expecting. I was waiting for some wax and I was like, that's not my wax. It was a huge box. I was like, whoa. And I mean, the energies of everything are insane. I mean, they're just wonderful. I'm going to hang on to this one for a little while longer because it's just such an amazing energy overall. And so just huge thank yous. I know I owe you guys a video on making apple crumble because you asked me to make a video about how I would make my apple crumble, and I haven't forgotten you. It's just that we've been putting it off having it, so we haven't had it yet, so I haven't made the video for you guys. But when we have it, I will absolutely record the recipe for you as requested. I don't know when that's going to be, but I will try and remember. But a huge thank you. It blew me away. I've got so much redwood. I meant to say that I think one of these chunky bits for the redwood would make a lovely Yule log, and I'm going to try and find a drill and drill in and have the candles in there, maybe. So I've got plans for that. So I'm glad I remembered to say that. So this is it for this video, this love mail video. Thank you so much. I love everything. It's gorgeous, especially my crow. But I love the wood and the crystals in it. Well, I love everything. But there's a guy. Look. So thank you so much. I was just blown away. It cheered me up today because I was having a bit of a Debbie Downer day. I was feeling a bit like, ugh. But this cheered me up so much, and it came in time for Zoe. Yay! Many blessings. And